So you're gonna go ahead and press down into her shoulders and rock her shoulders. And then once you've decompressed her shoulders, you're gonna take some lubricant into your hands. And you're gonna lubricate both hands. And you're gonna reach under her, about down to her bra line. Keeping your hands close. You should be touching her spine with both of your hands, but not on top of the spine. Keeping them close together. Put them into a C and pull up. Keeping them close together as you pull up so that you get all the way up. Come and continue cupping into the base of her neck. Keep pulling up, keep those hands close together, all the way until you get to the base of her skull. When you get to the base of her skull, you can go ahead and hold your hands there for a moment. You can do some kneading into the base of her skull if she has a headache, or just because it feels really good to do that as well. And then once you do that, you're gonna guide your hands up out of the base of her skull onto the center of her forehead and work from the center of her forehead out towards her temples. When you get to her temples, just go ahead and do some circles around her temples, releasing the tension there. And do some more strokes from the center out. Perfect. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead and move to the base of her nose in the center there, and then out along the cheekbone there. And do that a couple of times. And once you've done that, you're gonna get right in that masseter where the TMJ is, right underneath that cheekbone there. If you need her to say ah so that you can feel it, get in there really good and release those muscles. That's where a lot of people experience TMJ. And then once you've gotten in there really good, you're just gonna move to the bottom of her lip and out around her chin. And then you're gonna get into her scalp really good. You wanna move that scalp, get in really good with a nice pressure. And then once you feel like you've gotten her scalp really good, you're gonna place both hands underneath her shoulders, just at the tip of the shoulders, and stroke up her neck one more time. And you're gonna cradle her head into your left hand. Perfect, so that you have access to the right side there. And you're gonna take your thumb and do some strokes down her neck. And when you get to an area where you feel tension, you might feel a knot, or it might feel like a Rice Krispie. When you get to those areas, you can do some circular friction to work that tension out. And once you feel like you've gotten that area really well, you're gonna switch to the other side by cradling. Perfect. You're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And once you feel like you've gotten that really well, just smooth that area out with some long strokes with your fingers or your thumb. And then you're gonna cradle her head in both hands again. Switch her head back, giving her a good stretch by tucking her chin to her shoulder there. Really getting a good stretch, and then once you've done that, you're gonna press down at the edge of her shoulder to really give her a good stretch. Hold that for about 10 seconds before you switch to the other side. Cradle her head in both hands again, and now we're going to tuck her chin to her chest. And push all the way up, get that chin to that chest. And then you're going to move your fingers to the base of her skull. Let go of your wrist and allow her head to relax down into your fingers. Once her head has relaxed down into your fingers, you're gonna pull your fingers back, giving her a good tractioning pull. Once you've given her a good tractioning pull, go ahead and release your hands. And decompress her shoulders again by pushing down to close out your face, scalp, and neck sequence. If you were gonna get her ears, you're just gonna take both hands, start at the bottom of the ear and just work your way up the outside of the ear. She just got her ear pierced, so we're just gonna use some caution there. And you can just place your hands on her shoulders again, just as a closing goodbye. And there you go.